Hi Logan, it's your mother. It is May 27th. You were born 11 days ago on May 16th at 9:15 in the morning. I'm going to tell you about the day you were born and leading up to now. So you were born at 9:15 in the morning, but my mucus plug came out at 2:45 on May 15th. And so I woke up Dad and just let him know that anytime between now and the next 2 weeks, you're going to come. I laid down, and at about 3 o'clock, I started getting contractions. So I laid in bed and timed them out. I got up, I started walking around the house, and they started coming about 5 minutes apart for about 20 seconds, which aren't very long. So I woke Dad up, and we walked around the neighborhood, and they still came 5 minutes apart for about 30 seconds. So we decided to go to the hospital at 6 a.m. We got to the hospital. I had done my hair and my makeup. Dad had showered, shaved, and when we showed up at the hospital, everyone said, "You're smiling too much. You are not in active labor." So they measured me. I was only a centimeter dilated, and they sent us home and said, "You will probably deliver today, but not right now. When you come back, you will not be wearing that smile." And they were right. So we came home, and I cleaned the house, I did chores, I was having contractions about every 12 minutes, and they were getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And so I decided to take the doctor's advice and rest. So I laid on the couch, and about 12 minutes passed, and I didn't have a contraction. And I thought to myself, honest to God, this is the quiet before the storm. And lo and behold, my water breaks, and I had to roll off the couch and run to the bathroom. And before I could even get off the toilet, your dad was standing at the door with his keys. And we got to the hospital in about 15 minutes, and the contractions were starting to kind of make mommy tear up a little bit. So I thought this was it. Any moment, I'm going to have my little Logie bear. So we got into the examining room. I was only 2 centimeters dilated. But once my water broke, they wouldn't let me go home. So they checked me in, and it took 18 hours for you to finally come out. I got an epidural after about an hour and 45 minutes because I could not handle the contractions. It was really bad, and they were coming about 1 minute apart. I couldn't breathe. And once I got the epidural, it was a dream. I never felt another contraction, but your heart rate kept dropping, which was very scary for mommy. So they put me on oxygen, and we had to measure your heart for 18 hours. And every time your heart would struggle, they'd have to reposition me. And they knew something was wrong with your umbilical cord, but they knew you had a strong heart. So they let me continue on inch by inch by inch until I got to 10 centimeters. They threatened circumcision over and over again if your oxygen, C-section, over and over again if your heart had any trouble. But your heart was strong. It was just your oxygen from the umbilical cord being wrapped around your neck 3 times. Once I got to 10 centimeters, I pushed 3 times, and you came right out. And I listened to the doctor count as she unwrapped your umbilical cord 3 times from your neck. And that was it. Daddy cut the cord. I was shocked. Daddy cried. And you have been a dream since then. They put you on my chest, and you are so strong. You took your hands, and you pushed up, and you looked right at me. And you've been on my bosom ever since then. Let's see. Since you've been home, you fart very loud. It is hilarious. We take probably 20 pictures a day of you and videos. We're obsessed with you because you are gorgeous, and everyone who sees you says you are gorgeous. And you have very long legs, very big feet, very big hands. So I hope you take after your grandpa, which was my dad, and hopefully you'll be over 6 feet tall. You whimper like a puppy dog most of the time instead of crying. You breastfeed very well between me and bottle. You're so smart that you can go back and forth. You like your passy. and you're too tiny for most of your clothes and your swing. You're too tiny. But we love watching you fall asleep because you make funny faces like you are right now. Show them, Dad. That might be your poop face. All right, Logan. So 11 days out. That's it. We love you.